Are you finally getting adjusted to the confines of stay home and realize that you are making fly-by decisions every day, throughout the day? That is not going to work on a daily basis for a long period of time. Learn with me how you can carve out specific time so that you can plan your meals on a daily basis, what you and your family can eat. Hello, I am Rajitha Bommakanti, registered nurse, faith-based holistic coach, and founder of Healthy You Lifestyle Center. If you want to develop healthy habits for life, one step at a time, click the red subscribe button and the bell icon now. If you have already stocked up to some degree in your house with the food that you want to cook your meals with, and you're trying to minimize the trips to the grocery store by using foods that you already have in your house, you can make meals that are delicious for next several days at one time. Learn with me some of the tricks how you can make meals by spending just a couple hours in your kitchen, and you will come out of this way ahead with nutritious meals, as weekends and weekdays are all running together. It's all just a blur. So why don't you just choose a time of the day where you have a couple hours to spend in the kitchen so that you can dedicate that time to making good nutritious meals, so that you can feed your family with healthy, colorful, vegetarian, plant-based meals. What more do they want than that, right? So let's gather everything up in the kitchen. Just by spending a couple hours, you will come way ahead of your chefs. You will be pretending like you are a prep chef in the restaurant. As you are multitasking, you will not be overwhelmed because there are several tasks that are hands-off and hands-on. So it is just going to be a mixture of stuff. You will be running around in your kitchen and making all these meals. At the end, you will have a few pots to clean up. So just be prepared for that. Here's how it goes. Let's see the ingredients in my kitchen. This is what I have. I have a colorful vegetables. Here I have broccoli, carrots, green bell peppers, red bell peppers, and onions. They're all chopped up and ready to go. And here is organic tofu that I already chopped it up into cubes, and it's right here. I have salt, pepper, and tomato concentrate paste, soy sauce, vinegar, and this is a ground up paste of ginger, garlic, and chili or green chilies in it. And here I have an Instapot to do my lentils, and here is my dry lentils. And I do not have fresh tomatoes in my fridge, so I'm using canned tomatoes. And here's a baking sheet that I need to bake the tofu in. And here's my steamer for the vegetables. And here comes the grain. This is my brown rice and the rice cooker to cook the grains. Here's bay leaves and olive oil. This is my green chili, lime, my cutting board. So voila, here I have all my ingredients ready to go. It's now time to swing into action in your kitchen. I am in my kitchen. Let's start with the grains. For grains, I have brown rice. So for the brown rice, I use this cup that comes along with the rice cooker. So I washed it off and drained the water. Once it's drained, I put it in the rice cooker and also added a bay leaf. If you have, you can add it, a teaspoon of olive oil, and a pinch of salt. And then turn my rice cooker on and on the setting of brown rice. And because it takes some time, I just went ahead, turned it on. If you do not have a rice cooker, you can always cook it in a pot. Now, next, we are going to go to lentils. Lentils, these are the lentils. I'm using the yellow lentils. This is also called moong dal. I'm also using the same 1 cup measure of the lentils. I washed it off, drained the water, and then put it in the Instapot. And then I added double the amount of water. If you add 1 cup of lentils, add 2 cups of water. And then I did not have fresh tomatoes, so I used half a can of chopped diced tomatoes, no salt added. And the rest of it, I am storing it away in the fridge so that I can use it next time. And along with that, I also added chili onto that. The way I did was I slit right in the middle, right here, for the chili. That way, when I'm eating, you know, if it's small, then it will come right under and it's going to burn you up. So that's why I slit it that way. It's easy for me to pick it out. Now I turned the Instapot on. For that, you would go under pressure and then turned it at 18 minutes because I don't want it too mushy. I want it a little grainy on it, and then you know, it goes right on. Anytime you see a burn thing on an Instapot, that means it's saying it's not enough water. So the grains are going, the lentils are going. Now it's time to prep the veggies. All right, so now we come to the veggies. I washed up all the vegetables and nicely chopped them, and I mixed them all up in here because they're all going to go into the steamer. And also at this point, I am going to take a little pause. Now I am going to turn the steamer on. I have water half filled in my steamer, and I am turning the flame on to medium onto the steamer. Next, I am going to, I'm going to wait for the water to boil. So I have the vegetables chopped and ready already. Here I have the chopped tofu. Now I'm going to make the sauce for the tofu. Gently, be very gentle because you don't want all this tofu getting smushed. So I am gently mixing it. Now I am going to let this sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, at least until the oven is done preheating. To steam, I'm steaming these vegetables right now. I'm going to spread the tofu. Let me put this in the oven. Now you can forget about the tofu for about 15 minutes. I have some rice. I'm going to scoop the lentils on to the rice here. Okay, now we have the steamed vegetables are done. It took about 7 minutes to be done, and the tofu is also done. I removed it from the oven, but prior to removing it, I put it on broil for a couple minutes so that I get that crunchy, nice char marks on it. So I did not want it too soft, I wanted a little crunchy. So here you go, beautiful, colorful vegetable. You want to fill half of your plate with vegetables, all different kinds of vegetables, all colorful vegetables. You need to fill it. And now I'm going to add some tofu to it. Finish it off with a piece of little mint And here you go is my full meal. I have grain, I have lentils, and I have tofu, and of all different vegetables. A lot of people think if it's vegetarian or plant-based meals, you're not getting enough protein. That's not true. That's just a myth. You get plenty of protein. Yes, animal protein does have all the amino acids, but vegetables, plant-based too, if you combine it with all the grains and fruits and vegetables, you're getting all the protein that's needed. Only thing you might have to supplement is B12. In order to recap your rewards, you can combine the foods that you have just made and repurpose into different meals. You can download my free link to how to repurpose the foods into different meals. I am your faith-based holistic coach. Until next time, choose the right option